Hey everyone, in this last week's update with the Sunfreet boss, they came out with a pronunciation guide for a lot of words in RuneScape, and in this video and in the sequel to it, I'll be going through a choice number of the words. In this video I'm just going to go through, well, first of all I should say that I organized the words that I want to tell about into 5 categories: easy, medium, hard, and then WTF and Jagex. WTF and Jagex are 2 separate categories, not WTF Jagex, although that might make sense as a category as well. But yeah, anyway, so in this video I'm just going through the easy, medium, and hard ones. I pretty much categorized them by how easy I found them to pronounce and how much their spelling was different from the way that they were pronounced. For example, the first word is Daemonheim. I always pronounce it Daemonheim, but the actual pronunciation is Daemonheim, so that's pretty close to the spelling and it's not too hard really. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to keep going from there. The second one is Darok, which is actually pronounced Darok. I think some people already pronounce it like that, but I always pronounce the H, so Darok. These are going to take a lot of getting used to. I've been pronouncing Darok the original way for a long time now. Next is Gielinor. I always pronounced it Gielinor. I actually never really said it, actually I always just said RuneScape, but the correct pronunciation is Gielinor, which isn't too bad at all really. Next is one that I think is probably mispronounced a lot because for some reason the Z or the S is pronounced as a Z, so instead of Karasi it's Karazi. Karazi. Lucien. Lucien isn't bad. I always pronounce it like this, but some people in a live stream were saying that it's pronounced Lucian, but according to Jagex it's pronounced Lucien. So yeah, that's how it is. Mahjarrat is pronounced Mahjarrat. Mahjarrat. It's pretty similar to what I thought it was, but it has a bit more emphasis on the T at the end. They sort of pronounce as if it had 2 T's rather than just the one. The next 2 are related. It's Neitiznot and Nay-tizz-not, and I wasn't completely sure that they were pronounced that way, but it makes sense based on the storyline in the quest, how they're always disagreeing. So Neitiznot and Nay-tizz-not. Neitiznot helm. I think Nezi is still a lot easier and it sounds cooler. And then the last one in the easy section is the Trollweiss, which is actually pronounced Trollweiss, so like Trollweiss. It sounds like it should have some accent on it, but I'm not good with doing accents, so I'll leave that to someone else. So Trollweiss, the Trollweiss area. Next is the medium difficulty. First on this list is what I always said was Bilrach, who is the Mahjarrat from the Daemonheim area, and the correct pronunciation is Bilrach, which is a little bit surprising to me. I had heard it pronounced that way before, but it just sounded sort of odd because it's a CH, not a CK. Burgh is actually pronounced Burgh. Burgh. Right. Anyway, that is not how I would have pronounced it. Then Glacors is pronounced Glacors. Glacores. So more of a harder sound rather than what I originally thought. So Glacor. The Zamorak God Wars boss, KRILL Tsutsaroth, is pronounced KRILL TUTT-zee-roth. That, I don't know, it sounds like TUTT-zee-roth, but TUTT-zee-roth. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be based on TUTT-zee-roth. That would be sort of strange considering it's this big demon. Next is KOSH-i the Deathless from the Fremennik Trials quest, and they pronounce it KOSH-i. 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 KOSH-i the Deathless. It's a little bit different than what I thought, but it's not too bad, I guess. Next is Myreque, and I had the Meyer right, but the K is actually pronounced Key, so it's Myreque. Then the next is PvP armor. Statius is actually pronounced Statius, which I actually think sounds much better. I like Statius. I don't know, it just sounds really good. BWO ONE-i. I actually had the pronunciation for that correct, but I thought I'd list it because it used to confuse me, because it is sort of an odd word, BWO ONE-i. And then Xenavivia, I always pronounced it like that, but some people got confused, so Xenavivia. It's a cool name, actually. And here we are on the list of hard words. The first one is probably the most famous difficult word to pronounce, which is, I always said Ardougne, but it's actually pronounced Ardougne. So that'll take a little getting used to, but it's not too bad. RD is always an easy solution. This one I had no idea. I mean, I knew how I pronounced it before, but the new pronunciation is very different. I always said Chaeldar, but it's actually pronounced Chaeldar. So like kale, like Chaeldar. It's just very different from how it's spelled. It surprised me a lot when I saw that. This next one also surprised me quite a lot. The word is, I always said Karamja. I think most people said that, or at least something close to that. But what they have it pronounced as is Karamjar. Karamjar. It doesn't sound as smooth, like it's harder to say. I prefer Karamja. I mean, all of these hard ones, I would never have guessed the pronunciation that they have. I said Lantadyme, which, based on the spelling, that looks right, I'd say anyway. But the correct pronunciation is Lantadyme. Lantadyme. It just sounds strange. I don't know, that's a weird one. Muspha is pronounced Moose-pa. This one I was always wrong about. I always said Pollnivneach for some reason, but it's not even spelled like that, so I don't even know why I said that. I guess I never really paid attention to it. But the correct pronunciation is Pollnivneach. It almost sounds like something Russian, I'd say, like Pollnivneach. It's sort of a cool word, actually. And then the last one I'm going to talk about in this video is the Mahjarrat Sliske. I always said Sliske, but it's actually Sliske. Sliske. I don't know, some of these are just weird in my opinion, and if you thought these ones were weird, wait till the video tomorrow. I'm going to go through the WTF and Jagex categories, and there are some really weird pronunciations in there. So if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be doing another video tomorrow. Talk to you then. Thank you for watching.